Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Xiaomi Amazfit Bip, also known as Amazfit Base Lite. It is Xiaomi's latest addition to its range of smartwatches and fitness tracking devices. Actually, it is not a full on smartwatch nor just a fitness band. It is a little of both, like a hybrid, so it has the good of both the worlds. It goes for $80 as of now on Banggood.com, and the question you should be asking is it really worth it when you have so much cheaper options out there with similar features? Well, that is what I'm here to answer, so let's go ahead and start unboxing. Here is the box, very minimalistic, just as I like it. Inside the box, we have the watch, below which we have the charging dock and the instruction manual. It fits into the charger very tightly so you don't have to worry about it falling off. Coming to the watch, it has a very generic simplistic design which suits everyone. The dial is about 3.5 by 3 centimeters polycarbonate plastic with a 1.28 inch touchscreen. It comes equipped with 2.5D Corning Gorilla Glass. There's only one home button on the whole thing, and on the back we have the heart rate monitor and the charging pins. The bands are silicone, very soft and comfortable, slightly stretchable as well, and as you can see, they are replaceable. The whole thing weighs 32 grams, which is super light, and you can barely notice it while wearing. No sharp corners, and even the buckle is plastic, which makes it very safe for wearing it while sleeping. It comes in four colors, other than this orange. There is a light gray, black, and a green version. The display is 176 by 176 pixels, which is not very HD-ish, but again, it is not a full-on smartwatch. The good thing is the display is always on, and you don't need to light up the screen to use it every time. Think of it as one of those old Nokia phones. But not in complete darkness though. The backlight will turn on when you lift your hand or by pressing the home button. The home screen shows the time, heart rate, and steps, but you can change it in settings to a different face. I'll come to that in a moment. Home screen shortcuts include swiping up for notifications and swiping down to see the battery, connection status, and sleep monitor. And then when you swipe to the left from home screen, you enter the menu. There first we have status, which will show you all the data for the day, like steps taken, distance, real-time heart rate, and burned calories. All these numbers reset every day by midnight. Then we have the activity tab. So if you're about to go for a jog, you can start an activity from here and it will track the distance, pace, heart rate, steps, strides distance, elevation, etc. And once you end the activity, it stores it in the history tab on the watch and in the app, to which I'll come shortly. At the moment, it supports running, treadmill, cycling, and walking. You can set your most frequent activity on the long press option, where you just press the home button for about 3 seconds and it will start the activity automatically. Next, we have weather, which it fetches from the phone. Alarms, you can set as many as you want from the app, and it just vibrates, no sound. But believe me, the vibration is more than enough to wake you up, let alone reminders. There's a stopwatch and countdown timer and an independent compass. It doesn't rely on the phone it is connected to. And finally, settings, from where you can change the watch face. It has 10 faces pre-installed, which is quite a good collection. Some are very minimalistic, while others are pretty detailed with pretty much all the info right on the home screen. Additionally, you can add one more watch face at a time from the online collection through the app. You can set the long press preference to your desired activity from here as well, adjust brightness, and even locate your phone from the watch if it is in range. I went ahead and took it out for a couple of outdoor activities, and I'll give you a summary of how it worked out. But before that, let's have a quick look at the app. It's called Mi Fit and is available on App Store and Google Play for free. It works with Android 4 and newer versions and iOS 8 and later, and has Bluetooth 4.0. Simply pair the device with the app and it will sync immediately. On the main screen, you see the current statistics like steps, calories, sleep data history, recent activities, daily goals, etc. If you don't have any Me device, you can simply use the app itself to track an activity. And from profile page, you can set preferences like weight goal, your daily steps goal, add friends who are already using the same app or other Me devices, sync data with other apps like Apple Health, WeChat, Samsung Health, etc. Additionally, from settings, you can change the units as well. When you click on the device, you can customize other options like notifications and stuff. And this is one of the most interesting things. For example, when you're getting a call on your phone, your watch starts buzzing and it even shows the contact details. You can't answer from the watch, but you can choose to ignore or reject the call. Similarly, with app notifications, I have set it to only WhatsApp and messages. The text shows up right away on the watch with a buzz, and if you're part of a very talkative WhatsApp group, you don't have to pull out the phone every time. You can also locate your watch from here, but it is not very effective because the watch just vibrates once and it's not really easy to locate it that way unless it's on your hand. And yes, watch face. This is the collection I was talking about earlier. You can simply upload any one of these by clicking on it and then syncing it with the watch. And they keep adding new faces every now and then. There is a new experimental feature in the app called behavior tagging where you can track your routine daily activities like standing or eating. Once you start it, it will track your acceleration and heart rate. It's not very easy to understand, nor does it give a very insight to what you're doing, and it doesn't even store a detailed history of it. I think Me is just using this for data collection so later on they can improve on their activity tracking parameters. Additionally, there are some more basic features like sedentary alarms and such, which I'm not going to get into detail right now, because now it's time for some action. First of all, it is IP68 rated, so I decided to test it in water. So here is a bowl of water, and in goes the watch. 10 minutes later, it is working fine. But if you watch my videos, then you know that's not enough for me. So here I am at the beach. The weather is chilly, the water is cold, but what had to be done had to be done. After a good lap of freestyling, the watch turned out fine. One thing I don't understand is why they don't have a swimming activity option in there, even though it is IP68 rated. I mean, what's the use of wearing it in water other than checking time if I can't track my activity? And also, one thing I noticed was while swimming, the screen once or twice flipped pages by its own. I'm not sure why, but I assumed it was because of the water splashing across the screen aggressively. It didn't happen again so far. Next up, running. I'm going to compare it side by side with my most trusted fitness tracking app called Runtastic Pro, which I've been using for years now. I'm going to start both at the same time and then go for a run. So, see you in a bit. So, 2.5 kilometers later, I can see all the activity details on the watch itself. It doesn't have maps, but it did show the path accurately. Somehow, while scrolling down, it just got deleted. Thankfully, it was stored on the app history. So if you look at them side by side, both sets of data are slightly different, mainly in the distance thing. The distance is different by 80 meters, even though I started and ended both activities exactly at the same place and time. This difference has caused the pace to show differently. Now, even though I trust the Rentastic Pro app more since it had 3G connection throughout the run, and obviously the GPS data on that is more accurate, but the Me app is slightly more detailed and it also shows heart rate. In fact, you can set a maximum heart rate on reaching which it will warn you to slow down and not overexhaust yourself. And a couple of meters here and there is in a reasonable margin of error. It has a 200 milliamp hour lithium ion battery which takes about 2.5 hours to charge and can last up to 45 days. That's what the description says. I have been using it for 6 days now. It is continuously connected to my phone, receiving calls and other notifications, fetching heart rate, monitoring sleep, and there's still 49% left. So, if with full extensive use, it is giving me 2 weeks of use, it is more than enough compared to the 1 day battery life smartwatches. The connection is very solid. Once you connect it, it stays connected. And even if you move out of range of the phone, it warns you. And on getting closer, it connects automatically in like a second. I've placed it multiple times in my pocket along with keys and other stuff, and there is not even a single scratch on the screen after a week. So, all in all, design is simple, stylish, build quality is solid, data collected is pretty accurate. The display sometimes might tend to be not very sensitive and responsive to touch, but it is pretty smooth in general. User interface is not overcomplicated with unnecessary functions, does exactly as described. I have one word to describe it: no fuss. And yes, in my opinion, it is worth it. I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. I've provided the link in the description box below in case you want to check it out. That's it for now, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button below and subscribe to my booth for more gadget reviews, life hacks, and facts. You can also follow me on Facebook and other social media, the links to all of which are in the description box below. Click on the thumbnails to watch my other videos or check out my YouTube channel for more. And as always, thanks for watching.